Good morning, traders. Good morning, everybody. So we're gonna start in a few minutes over here. Hope you had a good day. Let me know if you can hear me good. Morning, Shane. Morning, William. Good morning, Marcus. Good morning, everybody. So we're gonna start in a few minutes. Morning, Mac. Okay, we can start. So good morning, everybody. This is Jay. I broke my other glasses because actually I sit on them when I was in the car. Good morning, Paul. I let everybody, we talked 2 minutes and then we're gonna start today on reading the order flow. I know that some friends in Italian over here in Italy, they asked me if I can do this in Italian. I will make a video explaining in Italian about Bookmap. Also, you can join the training academy that I have in San Marino near Rimini. The nearest and closest airport is Rimini or Bologna. Okay, so you can come over here to trade exactly with me. Over here, I have an office in my house, and then I have the office downstairs where I trade with people coming to the academy. So we trade futures, stocks, small caps, large caps, options, and also Italian market. The same strategy you can apply also on Forex and futures, and also in crypto. So I have a trading room the last 8 years, since 2016, 17, thanks to one of my mentors, Smash the Bid. I've been doing pretty good and trading large caps and futures, and then I moved during the years also in small caps, this since 2017. What I did was creating a repetitive, repeatable trading strategy, back tested, that it works for now in small caps, large caps, futures. And as I said, you can trade it also on crypto because some friends are trading on crypto, and you can use it for the day trading, so intraday, or also for swing trading. So I will start soon explaining the plan for the day. We have a trading room, so if anybody wants to trade with the trading room with us, is jtrader.co/chatroom. You can see in the description on YouTube. Or I have a free new Telegram room, okay? So you can check my tweet or write me a DM, and I'm gonna give you the free watches every day in the Telegram room, all right? But to trade, I have the trading room. So what we do every Wednesday? Every Wednesday we have a meeting, a webinar with Bookmap, and it's a tool that I'm using the last 6 years. It's a very valuable tool, and this tool helps you really in guiding you in the trades. And I say this because I see that the traders that I mentor, when they put Bookmap up, so when they subscribe to Bookmap, their performance changes. And don't believe me, don't listen to me, okay, but go check all the previous webinars, and I can guarantee you that if you use it in the right way with the trading strategies that I teach, Bookmap is gonna be crazy good for you, crazy good. So let's go into the plan. This is the screen that I'm sharing. So I'm gonna put over here myself small. We don't need to see my face. This is what my wife always tells me, you know. All right, so let's start first of all over here. So you can see that I have my screen. I'm sharing over here. Sorry, I'm sharing over here 4 charts. So I have Tesla, we have Nvidia, we have Disney, which is earnings, we have TOVX, but also we have some other stocks this morning, which are very interesting, like ASST. And I've been long this morning on this. I shared what I did in the trading room. So I started with a position on ASST over here, short. I didn't manage it good, and I took the stop. And then I simply shifted to long. I bought over here with the 90 MA. I bought over here with Bookmap. So I started getting the longs, exactly into these major dips over here. You can see major liquidity on Bookmap over here. And it took me a good long, so I lost, like say, 1 hour on the short, and I took 2 hour and a half on the long play. Market these days, if we look at the small caps, is simply on fire because we have a lot of extension plays. We have a lot of runners. A lot of these runners are micro float. So you can actually see stocks with less than 2 or 3 million float that are actually running fast. They won't generally last a day 2. They will last generally a day 1. So in the same day, they will have a big extension, then maybe chop out or simply turn and break in short. But you're here to learn about Bookmap. And today I want to give you some good insight about Bookmap. Okay? Double check. Everybody hears me on Discord and everybody hears me on YouTube. Okay, thank you. All right, so first of all, as I always say, thank you, William. Always I say, traders, read the disclaimer, okay? Use these webinars as educational purpose only, not for investment advice, okay? So read your disclaimer. What I do, I put my face, I share yesterday, today, day before. What I did has been a very good last 2 weeks. And I believe that is because my mind changed. I've made, I would say, a good 5-figure this week already. But I believe that part of this is because I made a plan. I reset a little bit my life. I started a good diet. I lost weight. I started taking a lot of supplements, also for the fatigue, for tiredness. And I don't say this is something that you should do, but it's something that is actually working for me. I didn't do a good performance in January and February, but this end of March, April, and May, I've been doing pretty good, and I'm up, good on the year. But I'm not here to talk about profits. I always said that, explaining profit, this thing is not interesting. There's always going to be who makes more money and less money. What I'm here to do is to teach about the process, to teach about the setups, to teach about the order flow, to teach about the trading strategy, because it works. Just 1 second. I want to, first of all, say thanks to Tran, to C. Wilkins, and now the moderators, because in the room they're explaining a lot of stuff. They're making so great, I would say, effort every single day to explain things, doing webinars. The room is growing a lot, so thank you everybody for following us. I really appreciate. If you have friends, you can come with your friends, and it's going to be also a deal for you. All right, let's start over here. So as I said this morning, we had ASST. Okay, I'm gonna make the plan with you on this. So the first thing is, now we have time, we won't trade until 9:30. I start looking at the key levels, I need my glasses, on ASST. Okay, the first thing are key levels. And I have this trading system, it's actually a system because it tells me also what I should trade and how I should trade. It gives me over here already the levels. And I can see that the price right now is over here around 170. We have a resistance over here, 180, $2, $2.30, 275. So we have some liquidity over here into this area between $2 and 250, 270. And this is also, we have to check the stats. This is also traded a stock with what? With a float of 12 million, with a low percent share float, with a low institutional ownership, has a history of failure about 70% of the time. And there's a news over here. The news that is up today is merged to force first publicly traded Bitcoin treasury powerhouse. Okay, so in these days, you see that everything that is related to Bitcoin or blockchain is actually pushing a lot. Many of these stocks are pushing strong. And why? Because we're in the time that Bitcoin exploded from that 88 breakout over here. You can see this was 84. We bought 84. We bought 88 over here. And you can see with the J lines, we're actually going up. So my target is 110. Okay, so because Bitcoin right now is strong, JP Morgan wants to use it in America, everybody wants to use it, the big banks want to use it, also the US government is in favor of blockchain and Bitcoin. Every single news that we have about Bitcoin or blockchain is gonna push. And this is ASST today. So the first thing, I do this, and I don't really need over here any kind of indicators. We're gonna do actually this. I just want to share with you, the process in this case, and we are at this level over here. Okay, so the major level that we can see today is this 182, 185, because the price extended there and actually faded. Then we have over here this level around 250, and over here we have other levels. Big one around 240. So these are the two major levels that I see. Actually, three major levels. Around 180, 190, 230, 250. Okay, so 4 levels over here. Now I go into the 50-minute chart and 5-minute chart. And I start looking at how the price action was this morning. You see that every single bar, guys, besides this, was a higher low. Almost every single bar was a higher low. And then we got to this level over here, okay? So I'm actually looking right now at Bookmap, and we're gonna filter a little bit of Bookmap. We're gonna put this to 8,000. I wanna see less over here levels of liquidity. I wanna see a little bit the dots over here less thick, so I'm gonna make it this. And I'm starting to look for a potential trade, okay? This first potential trade over here, we have an exhaustion. If I put my system up, we have an exhaustion over here that tells me, okay, Jay, you know what? This 181, we have a first short possible play, okay? Into what we call also the daily level. So what I like to do, I like to take a start over here, 181, 182, just risking a few cents above. Because a lot of times, these peaks over here with this exhaustion and these candles will be the top over here. Now, it's already 9 past, so we are in 9:15, 9:16. I don't want to trade 40 minutes before the gate, so I will be waiting to open to trade this, okay? But otherwise, that will be my starter of the play. So what I'm going to trade over here at the gate, I'm going to write my plan, and I'm going to put this up. So every single time I take a screenshot, I put this in also in Telegram. Remember, we have the free trading room where I only give the watch list. And for everybody, I'm gonna put over here. So this is on Telegram. You can give to your friends. I post over here in the YouTube. And we're gonna make now the first plan on ASST. So ASST, we have bag holders, but also has a lot of volume. So that's the reason why I'm gonna take 2 major plans. The plan A is gonna be an alert short if price goes over under 190 or 210, okay? So risk will be 5 to 10 cents, which is the stop loss, TP, J lines 1, or 140. So 140, 150. The plan B, okay, alert long only if we break pre-market high, we dip into 9 MA and curl per long play. This is on ASST. So we're gonna make this and we're gonna post it. So this is my plan. So if we open over here, okay, let's say this is the open, and the price just simply pops a little bit at 190 and fails, I'm gonna look to short, or pops over here into the 210. But if instead it breaks strong and I start seeing some curl with an anime, often I will see an inside bar and bookmap support like just over here right now, then I'm taking a long play. All right. Also, traders, please just hit over here the like button. All right. If you like the screen share, we do this for free. This is TOVX. ASST. Then we have TOVX this morning. We already short. In this case, you can see what the tradings over here system got to this golden zone area. Okay. You see the level over here of resistance that I plot, 264. So when it pushes and it breaks, that's a short play. And this again, arrow that you can see here, that's a short play, and now is getting to the target. So 140 TOVX offering on, in this case they dumped the offering, 140 cover entire position. I use the 1 and 15 generally minutes and the 5 minutes. You can see also on the 1 minute over here, the price giving me the confirmation of the short play. See the short setup over here, and that's our target. Okay, so that TP down here. Not bad as a trade, right? So pretty good on TOVX. And what I do is simply following the plan every single day. Then we add TOVX. We also had over here NCEW. This was the big one for many of us this morning. So again, over here we had the push. You can see this is straight up. We got some longs on this straight up. The longs came with the 1 minute chart. So as soon as we see over here the break of 4, start holding 4, we took some long. Then we had this inside bar. I like over here the play with the inside bars. I like the fact that we have a contraction of the volume. Bookmap over here was showing a strong volume. I like over here to see momentum play. We got a long, risk just below, and we took this part. And then you can see the system, right, that goes from one color to another color. So over here we have like a shift. So this point over here that I'm signaling, we have a shift in momentum. Okay, because you can see that we shift and we have this lower high. So over here we start taking the short, alerted the short at 690, risking over here the 710, 720. And on the 5 minutes, I had also the confirmation of this, you can see the arrow, okay? So when this came, we had already like a possible momentum shift. Then it was only because of Bookmap to take the trade. We took the trade over here on the one after, on the lower high. And we rode it all the way down to 280. We're still holding now for 230. Okay, so we have to look for now NCWE target of 230, 240. So we're actually holding. What else we have? MEGL, not really interested at the moment. KZIA, maybe CETA. CETA is pushing right now. This is a runner. So let's start looking at CETA, guys. CETA, SYTA. I remember this stock ran pretty big. We're gonna look if it has volume. So let's start looking over here if we can get some volume. This is a micro float, history of fader. So micro float means 1 million float. history of fader. So we start having dips over here on Theta, we'll take the long. This morning, we had a decent day. We had some losses, but still was a decent morning. So we took the SCT long, not good on the short, as I explained before. FIO, we took a good over here play, again long. NCW, we took a small short, but it worked. TOVX, small short. And FIO over here, on the short side, we didn't work. So we work a lot with the longs because you can see FIO and SST. We share all this in the room, every single trade, alert in the same moment. These play very good. They're a little bit disappointed about the SST short, but you know, it was what it is. And over here now we're having a long play coming up on Theta, but we need a little bit more volume. So let's see if we can get volume. Okay, so Theta. I want to put the dots over here. So we're going to put the dots as we have an SST. There's not a lot of liquidity yet. Let's see if we break 125, we can take long if it puts some volume, okay? Above 125, looking too long with volume, but with volume. For now, you can see even the level 2 over here is not really a lot of liquid, so we need that liquidity. The volume bar over here is 100K, is very, very small, okay? So let's see if we can find a little bit of liquidity. Anybody watching Theta over here for a potential long play? Because often what I see is that these inside bars with the washout, they tend to push. This could be very fast, so stay with the finger on the click because it could be a momentum play for 10, 20 cents, all right? So what I do after 10, 20 cents, generally I put the stop break even. If then they run, I continue to hold or add. If instead doesn't run and stalls, I get out. So a lot of these are quick. So let's watch together. And we took in the same way this morning TOVX, actually ASST long and FIO long. The other stocks that I'm watching this morning are Qs, actually are ETFs, but Qs, yeah, SPY, Tesla, Nvidia, Amazon, Disney for the earnings, which I made already the plan in the watch list, and yes, and NQ. No volume over here, so we'll need to revisit this later. Let's start watching over here because we have a few minutes. Tesla. So what we're looking to do on Tesla. If we have, there we go. This is the system and I can share with you, so we can cancel for now, this is major support. I can share with you exactly what I'm looking, right? So if at the open, okay, if at the open, I have a pop to the J lines and I have red bar, then I'm looking to short. So that is the A+ setup that I'm looking this morning on Tesla, on ES, on NQ, on Nvidia. We are already short starter. So Tesla, watch for this play. Okay, this will be the trend following. Same on Nvidia, ES, and NQ or Qs and SPY. Okay, this is the first one. But also can happen that we prepare for that. And then what we have a reverse 50. So we have a fake breakdown and right away pushes. So in that case, if it pushes strong, I'm gonna get long over there. Okay, so this is the reversal play. So in the case that reversal play, in case we don't reject, so we don't unwind, but in case instead we start pushing, then I'm looking to long play target 280. Okay, makes sense, guys? I want this to be clear because it could be very fast at the gate. So look for these plays over here. We have Bookmap over here on Tesla, so we're gonna put it. Then we have also Disney. So Disney earnings beat, you can see how this morning the J-lines rode it over here all the way up. So this was the beautiful play around 8:45, dip into the J lines here. That is the long that I prefer to trade. This over here, your buy setup, right? Not buy setup. And it's going over here 102. Thank you pull. Also Uber, gap down play, still a major support. Well, Uber could give us another fail today. So if you break this trend line, we could unwind over here pretty good. So start watching this Uber for a fail on trend line break. I'm watching ES. ES over here, this was the short that I alerted. So we are short here. This is the short where we are in. NQ the same. We are short on this rejection. We are short on Nvidia, only for a starter on this bar over here. Okay, so market over here is gonna start in about a few seconds. So we have ASST, Tesla. If you see traders, any of these plays that we alerted right now for the watch list, please alert us, okay? Because we're gonna watch it together with Bookmap and see if we have a good play to take. So let's see if our plan over here will work. Dip on the 90 MA, 5 minutes, and push an SST. I'm gonna use the 1 minute at the gate. On other screens, I have the 5, the 15. So you can see right away rejection in sellers, okay? So you can take these, you have to be very quick, and you rejected exactly this level of resistance. Lows for yes, lows for NQ in the meantime. Breakdown on Nvidia, breakdown on Tesla. NCEW push. NCEW push. So remember, as an SSR, we trade that short. So we can see here the exhaustion. For now, it came to the 90 MA. This is a 90 MA, okay? This 90 MA band. This is 9 and 20 MA. This is the J-lines down here. What we're gonna do over here, if it dips a little bit more and it curls back up fast, we're gonna long it. On the break over here, 191 and fill, we're gonna short it. So NCW is pushing. Fear nothing for now. Tesla short play coming in. Y is rejecting over here the J lines. So start looking at Tesla, beautiful play. So an add to our position. I like this play on Tesla for the short side. So we started over here on this first play, as I said, in pre-market. This is the first play we took. Now we popped into the J lines, came back in. This is a good short play. ASST in the meanwhile going up. So monitor over here Tesla for the short play. So we're gonna risk J lines, so 277 and 50s. See that for now, nothing. ASST halted. So you can see the dip over here. And this is exactly what I meant. Remember before we were talking about these inside bar break and then push it upside. So this is your long play, okay? The system over here is saying, even if I put it small because it was too big, gap and extension play. So what we like about this, we like the fact that it's all uptrending, and we like the fact that over here it dipped, it broke the inside bar, and that's a push long. This is a nice J-line curl pattern, okay, for the long side. So how we will trade this in the gate? What will be our play? So the play will be that if we have a pop into the over under 2, we're gonna short it. Otherwise, we're gonna simply wait for another dip and long it. Let's go back to Tesla. So beautiful, is working good. Target is gonna be 274, then 270. Nvidia over here, we are still short from the pre-market. So we're short from this point here. And we alerted this in the room. Yes, SPY mid-range and NQ mid-range, so they're not still giving what I would like to see. But we're looking at Tesla, okay? So Tesla, this is the long we were talking about before. So Tesla over here, we have this level. So we would see right now this 274, 274.50, which is the first target. You can play over here even the puts, okay? We give always the options, the option to take puts, so options or the underlying stock. You can also trade TSLL. Yes, it's coming down. Nice J-line rejection. Yeah, good play for now for NQ as well. So perfect J-lines. If you're trading NQ or SPY, you can see that the price went exactly with also the alert over here. This is alert to short into the J-lines, okay? That's a short play. They came exactly into the J-lines. And then once you're in, you put the stop loss. So if this goes down, then JC is probably going up, and JC is giving a long play. ES over here, or SPY, let's put a SPY. SPY, the same thing. You can see that toss the J-lines perfectly. So this band over here, this major red, that's your short play. Short side of play over here. So Tesla came to the previous support, which is this trend line, and I suggest you to cover here 274.90. 274.90, cover 1/3. Tesla put stop to 276 and 50 now. So Tesla update short. We added short 277 using watch list. TP 274.90, out 1/3. So we can see this, okay? There's a major plan this morning. Now we set the stop to the break even, right? So let me see, traders, if we have other plays. Thank you, Shane, for updating me. This is a long on Disney. And even if it's going to be a small long, this is an A+ setup for me. So this long over here, beautiful body, beautiful alert. So that's your long play. Okay, so exactly 101 risking over here 100.30. Okay, SST, so this over here is the long Disney 101, risking J lines. We can risk even 100.50, so very small, or J lines. SST, pop and fail. Simply straight up and straight down. You can see it. So these are fast. It gives you like 1 or 2 seconds to take them. And remember what we said, maybe we're gonna break over here and push back down, and it came, in this case, the short. So Tesla we're gonna risk now in the money. Why? Because it's actually finding over here some support at 275, which is predictable. It's a whole round dollar number. We also see that. Over here we're gonna put 500 shares. So I try to filter the liquidity with 500 on Tesla. So ES still for the short, Nvidia still for the short, NQ, SPY, and QQQ still for the short, Tesla still for the short, okay? So even if Tesla is bouncing from that trend line, I don't have a long play yet. GPUS, we had this the previous day. This is an extension play. GPUS start looking for a short around 630. Start watching GPUS. Still not a short. I find volume right now. You can see a lot of buyers. So wait for now. Still pushing. When we find a high and a lower high, then we can trade a short. New seller came in. This is your short play around 644 right now. So 644 position short GPUS risk 660 TP 1 minute J lines. Add on trend break, because right now what's happening? We see that every single time the price came over here and we had a short. We had a short over there and we had a short over here. Okay, so you can see how the system's performing. Okay, but it's still not a short confirmed, because over here you see that we are missing it. If I see that, I want to take more position for the short side. Okay, so started 644, risk 660, adding with arrow basically is going to come up over here. The system, if we have that arrow. Let's go back to Tesla. I have multiple screens, but in order to show you what you should do as a process, I like to share over here, always screen back and forth. So GPUS over here, we're still missing, guys, that confirmation. But for now, it's around 630, so it's performing good, I would say. Let's see, back GPUS. Yeah, it's performing good for now. Tesla, you can see that we have the reversal, and also because NQ and ES bounce back up. If NQ and ES we start watching over here. Sorry, we start watching now for Tesla for potential short play. This is a 5-minute chart. Hello guys, so again, you can invite friends to the streaming over here at Bookmap. Short play over here on Tesla right now. As soon as we saw this big heat map, this is your short play. Okay, so you can see now new seller coming in. The risk is 277.20, 277 and 40. So we should see again the 275 target. You can see now the sellers over here, the first one, second, third. I like to see the 5 minutes over here, red. I still need to see the NQ dumping. Let's see if we can have this trend line break, which would be the best confirmation for my short. GPUS in the meantime, it went. We didn't see that confirmation for the short, so GPUS a little bit went. So in that case, you take your stop. Tesla, we're risking this 277.50, whereas we have the heat map, because it can still reject over here, but a lot depends from ES and NQ. So remember what I said over here. Okay, this is the level where ideally you want to short after the gate. We short over here, and then we short over here after the gate. Okay, so we had essentially two short plays this morning. Now over here we're risking very small. You can risk 1/3 of the profits, not more. Okay, so you size accordingly. So Disney is working. Again, we can see where we had the long play over here. After this inside bar, we had this long, right? And actually, I like the weight over here that it bounced, making higher lows. This is on the 5 minutes. You can see a good play. So I would be looking for the longs until we are above the J line. So Disney, hold long. Nvidia, this morning we took the short over here. At the gate, you can see why, right? The general rejection, there was big bookmap over here, also the gate. And over here again, now we're starting to go back, right, to the J lines, but it's fading. This is NQ, which is still not clear what it wants to do. So I'm looking over here, guys, on another screen on NQ. That's over here. If we break the 277.50, we're out. We can always re-enter. And again, we took two good shorts. Now this is the last one we took. We're gonna load if we have the trend line break and we start seeing NQ and ES fading. Otherwise, we take the stop over here. And if we break over here, this 277.50, 277.60, this can go really to the almost 280. Okay, so in the case we will start looking for long plays. So if you have your stop, move the stop at 277.50. So on break that 50, we're out. Small loss in case that. MLGO went to the target. Nothing to say for who took this. Practically amazing. You can see over here the signal where it came, and this is not my trade, but a good trade in the room that you simply smack it. This is beautiful. Wow. What a trade. What a trade. Huh? Golden zone, $5 down to $3.50. Okay, let's go back to Tesla. Boom. There we are. There we are. Okay, now we're playing market down. Now risk break even. 275. There we down. So get out of here half of your position. So 275 and 50 and 60 out, half on that position. Trail all 276 and 50. Let's see if we can have this breakdown, because yes, and Q are now looking for a possible breakdown. So I will be very interested over here in seeing if this is going to break or not. So we have these 3 short setups over here for the morning on Tesla. 3 shorts. And we find over here very hard to break this trend line. Okay, so pretty hard over here to break this. I'm posting over here the chart in the room. So we have Tesla on, ASST came back up, and where we had the long play team, 1 minute J lines. Got it? It's always the usual, I would say, the usual scene that we have over here. The usual scene. This is the J lines, right? And look over here how perfect this is. Look over here, how perfect. J lines and reversal bar. Let's do this another color. Buy setup, it's true, it's a buy setup. It's always the same. It's what we did in pre-market. J line system, reversal bar, volume, and look this bookmap that we had over here. So I have to take off a little bit of these lines because we have really so many. See, this is our trading system that gives over here. Now I hope you can see it, but maybe I put over here visual order, bring to the front. It's over there. I hope you can see it. Let's do like this. Okay, you see it. This is the long entry that it gave to the J lines. All right, so pretty good. I love these plays. I love these plays, volume. So SST, we gave the long what? In watch list, 160 to long. I'm gonna post over here what we gave. So SST, we set alert long if we have break of pre-market high, or we dip into 90 MA and curl per long play. This is the 90 MA zone in the J lines. Okay, so ASST long play 165, 170 from what's this plan, J lines system. Beautiful. Let's go back on Tesla, dancing on that support. How we love to trade the microfloats. So I'm looking over here at the trade that a friend moderator put, and for example, he was short, but his shorts are break even, and management is perfect. So even if you were short, but you have a very good way to trade over here, SST, you can still short very good. He's a talent in this, so. Well done, buddy. So Uber, missed this. Shane over here is alerting on Uber. We have NQ is pushing back up. So remember, yes, an NQ right now, if we curl above 1 minute J lines with inside bars or reversal bars with Bookmap, equal long play, TP 5 minute J lines and then pre-market high. So this worked. Remember Uber, we had over here the alert to trade this on the 82 breakdown. This was the short play that we gave in pre-market. Came down over here, like 1.5 points, and then you stop break even. Tesla is bouncing back up because we have this trend line. And also NQ is pushing. $225, and it's simply halting over here. So careful trading something like this, guys. Okay. The longs are much better than the shorts once we build this momentum with J lines. Now this could go easily to 50 and maybe even 3. So ASST, stay for $3. So beautiful, beautiful play on this morning's mill. Guys, remember that for who wants to join the room, we have a special deal. We'll drop it right now on YouTube and also on the Bookmap. Yearly is $9.49, and you can try 2 weeks for $50. So a trader is asking, how you can look, okay, for the best plays. Guys, I'm gonna make another intro, okay, video on how to have these. Good morning, Alan. Good morning, Harry. On how to have like the perfect watch list. Okay, actually, there's not a perfect watch, but the watch list based on the best stocks to trade and the best stickers. We also trade futures, and I trade always Bitcoin. I like Bitcoin to trade with a little bit of size, but it's swing trading. So I'm gonna make another video of that, so you can follow us on YouTube. And I just want to tell you, tomorrow we're gonna have a webinar. And you can look tonight on our Twitter. I'm gonna also leave you this in case tomorrow you want to come. It's going to be great, 12 o'clock. So tomorrow you're going to have a trading breakdown, Wall Street breakdown over here. So 12 o'clock, everybody's invited. Okay, so for who just came over here, sorry, for who just came, guys, we are short this morning with our system. These are repetitive setups that we trade. I trade this system since 2004, 2005 when I was trading futures and Italian market only, and then I moved to the American market. But with this, with the time, I improved it. So we made like this into a trading system. And this morning you can see that these bands over here are red. These bars over here are red. We are below the 3 and the 5 minute J lines. So we got short over here every single these pops. We use Bookmap to see these pops. These are repetitive trades that are happening 2 or 3, even more times in a day. You can trade on futures, large caps, small caps. It's all about finding the right stocks, okay? So Tesla over here is gonna be our play that we're gonna hold for the short. We have the same thing over here on NVIDIA. You can see this band. So over here we get red. This is 845 when you start having a little bit of a drop. Bear flag over here. Another bear flag over here. So you can add over here. And now if the market is gonna fill again, we're gonna look to trade a short over here on this breakdown of on NVIDIA. And I can look at this on a 5 minute chart or a 15 minute chart or a 3 minute chart or 1 minute chart. I like to use the 5 over here to screen share because I think it's a little bit easier for everybody to watch it, okay? Let's see. Also, that GC, I was saying before that we would bounce over here, okay? So we are on Uber. This morning we had the short play on Disney. We took the long play over here. It didn't pay much because this was an earning. This morning we had the long over here with the J lines. Explained before. You can see here. This is a second play. So now over here seems like we're holding until we hold. Until we hold over here 100.50. This is still a long play. If volume comes in and Disney holds this support, then we're looking for a break to the upside. If not, we're gonna forget about that. ASST, we're long. This 172. We had the Walsh's play over here saying look to buy the long, and this came exactly once we had these dips over here. I'm gonna share with you Bookmap how beautiful it is, showing a lot of liquidity support, right? Look at this liquidity. This is what you wanna see. This is holding over here. And then it simply started like pushing strong. Halt bands over here. Now we are 227. I believe we're gonna touch 240. And if we break 240, then shorts will be trapped and we're gonna go 3. So I'll just drop over here also the link event for tomorrow is gonna be a webinar. Let's go back Tesla. So it's fading. I think we can have a more fail over here. Stay in if you're short with us. Let's look at Bookmap breakdown over here. The liquidity, I'd like to see that. Let's see if we can confirm below. So breakdown on Tesla. Still holding that support, right? Can I short over here? No. Or you're short into the J lines. Okay, you want to short over here, bear flag, J lines, or simply wait. This is a 14 and 17 EMA. All right. So we are over here. Gonna make this. Let's put this so you can see better. We're gonna try to hold it. The push over here is making longs and longs and longs. So look over here, why I say that. So you can see we're holding the J-lines band over here, the fast one over here. This is where we are. Yeah, this is over here where we had the first short, the dip, held over here, the support, push back up, and that's your exit. But then over here, remember inside bar with the J-lines, that's your long play. Another inside bar over here with the J-lines around 730, 735. This is the long play. If it finds volume, which now is really small, it's really low, this could go even 8. So don't short this. Before shorting something like this, you want to see a good trendline break and then a lower high. Okay, let's go back on Tesla. Bouncing over here on support. SST 216, 215. So we have to put a trailing. Trailing is going to be around 195, $2. So these are the level that we have on Bookmap. You can make these a little bit better if you want. Okay, so over here you only see the major ones. What I need to see over here now is the support. The support breaks and then we retest it. So we reject it, okay, and we fail. We're short on the pops. I'm looking over here for a breakdown. Don't trade right now. Wait a breakdown. SST halted again. These were the long that we were talking about before. So on GPUS, remember we were just talking about those 1 minute came over here. This is the 690. So we're talking about the dip that we had over here, okay, around 1002, 1003. Second one over here, 715. So when I said this dip over here, this is a 707, sorry. 707 over here, exactly this point, inside bar, that's your play. Now look what they did. They put a liquidity above. So let's see if we're gonna break. If we break this level 710, 705 is gonna be a fail. So 705 fails equals short play. Let's see over here. Okay, so what do we have right now? We have a support. We have a J lines. If we fill the J lines, it's gonna go to 630. Still holding the 705, 78. Let's start 1 second on again Tesla. And I'm looking on the SNQ, and SNQ over here, they went up to the 5 minute J lines. They made a pullback. Amazon instead, big push to the upside and break of the previous resistance, previous day high over here. So Amazon is strong. And this is what I want to explain you, that look the difference, all right? Look, Tesla remained all morning red, correct? And if you look at this point over here, once we open, even this zone is always pink, okay? So we always short play. But if you look at Amazon, this opens right away, we push, and then right away everything starts to be blue. Okay, so look at the difference in this case. And that is your actually long play. Why? It's a dip into the J lines. Beautiful, Amazon. I want to see GPUS 1 second. So GPUS over here. We still don't have the trend line break. If we have the trend line break, this could be a good short. Don't anticipate. Okay, have a little patience. Yeah, for now, it's still current to the upside. And Tesla, finally breakdown. Tesla finally breakdown. You see the level that we wanted, okay? So target right now is gonna be 270, 271. Tesla, TP, 270, 271. And we are short from this J line rejection here. So anybody holding? Nice, Garrett. Shane, Paul, are you in, guys? Nice, Alejandro. So, okay, buddy. So it's a repetitive system. TP 270, okay, on Tesla. The good point is ES and EQ are rejecting. Yes, and EQ possible trend line break, so start looking for a short. G-push still didn't break, still pushing, correct. So extension play, let it go. Yes, and Q starting to put for a short. Nvidia starting to be a short. Let's see if we trade, if we have this trend line break and confirmation, there's gonna be a short, okay? So Nvidia, watch for short play on trend break and bear flag. This morning, as I said, we have the first short play over here and the second over here. Now we're looking for the short. And it's doing this together with the SNQ. Now, yes, and you are holding. Look, or SPY. Look over here, guys. They're holding the J-lines. Remember what we said before. If the bars become blue and this becomes blue, there's a potential over here of this. So until we hold over here, no short on NVIDIA, all right? Tesla is moving by itself, even yesterday. Tesla is by itself. SST, we got a 248, actually 245-ish, and then over here close at 234. So we got over here to 250s almost. That was the target we wanted. Nice heat map over here on Bookmap. So at 275, I think we're going to see more fail over here. This is a bear flag. Guys, also please press the like in the streaming. Retweet this, share with your friends. Come to check the room. Ask for the promo discount, and then you can trade with us. Many of these days, I will share also my screen, my charts, everything, my fills, my executions. I did this morning in pre-market. Now I wanna simply relax. It was already a 4 figures day, so taking it easy. How did it go?
Very good.
Okay, beautiful.
Very good.
Tutto bene, insomma.
I gotta go for that thing. She said, because after 20, 30 years, you're supposed to go. I have to wait till December.
I send you this. Can you go check with Alexandra if because this gets reviewed tomorrow. We should prefer this or the one we have.
Yeah.
Watching yes and SPY. Remember what I told you. Let's wait this becomes red. Let's wait this goes to the downside. Thank you for the like, guys. Thank you so much. Great session today on Tesla and SST. Tesla back over here to the day lines. So at this point, no, ES and NQ are curling back up. So I'm looking for a long play. Look over here. Is coming over here green, is holding the day lines. This is ES. So starting to watch for a long play ES and NQ. We see starting to curl. This is blue. So if we find volume over here, it's going to be a long play. ASST, new over here, high at 243. So this is going to be a killer for many, many shorts. Remember, stay long. Stay long on ASST. I'm looking at bull. So remember, we bull, nice gapper, resist 1750. So start watching we bull, actually it's called bull, above 1750. Keep on your watch list. Let's see, back Tesla over here. My tip is not short ASST. GPUS will be probably a good short, but wait for the trend line break. And you want to see a lower high. Tesla over here, let's look if we can reject again. This will be the fourth time we reject from the J-lines around 276. ES and NQ, if we break, for example, ES the 56 and 55. So if ES over here starts breaking this high over here, with volume being that we are above J-lines, this can push. Bookmap has a good resistance over here, 276. So we're still short bias on Tesla until you see everything red like this. All right, team. So we are 10:30. We had a very good pre-market, a good open. Tesla, ASST, good place. Everything from the watch list. Again, see you tomorrow for the trading webinar. Come because I'm going to explain you so many things and show how many of our traders became consistent between generally 3 and 6 months. Learning the setup is not hard. The strategy is easy. It's back tested, it's repeatable, it's profitable. What matters then is the discipline to respect it, the management, and also I would say your mindset. Okay, so that really, it's a big part in your trading. I would say to become successful. Again, traders, see you back later for who's in the room. I'm gonna step out about 20 minutes to eat something. Not another protein shake, some meat, and then back over here. Thank you very much and see you next week. Good luck. Thank you, Bookmap.